What if I told you that I could authenticate shoes with just my hands and my nose? Well, today I'm going in blindfolded to show you that it's possible. I hate to even admit that I have fake shoes in my possession, but for this video, I had to order 2 pairs of fakes. I have real pairs of the Pine Green 1 2.0s and real pairs of the Hyper Royals. I ordered 2 fake pairs, one of each of those colorways, so I'm gonna have 4 pairs in front of me. I've got a friend here that's going to randomly organize them on a table in front of me. I'm gonna do a touch test blindfolded, and then I'm gonna follow that up with a smell test blindfolded. The goal is to show you guys that you can authenticate shoes using your senses, whether that be touch or smell. I've told you guys before, I've been whiffing on sneakers, and Jordan 1s have a distinct smell. I believe that I can authenticate a pair of Jordan 1s just by smelling them. Now, fakes have gotten really good over the years, so I don't know if that's still gonna stay true, but I'm gonna try. All right, let's get out of here, get the blindfold on, and get after it. All right, I guess we're rolling. So this is gonna be the touch test. We should have 4 pairs. All right, didn't throw any tricks on me or anything. We've got 4 pairs. I'm gonna try and authenticate 2 of these by touch. We should have 2 real and 2 fake. 2 of the same colorways. So I'm gonna go left to right, and I'm going to talk you guys through what I'm feeling for. I'm going to feel the texture on the soles. I'm going to feel for the materials. I'm just looking for quality of materials, obviously. And then I'm going to feel the shape of the shoe. Jordan 1s, everybody knows there should be like an hourglass shape. This feels like a Hyper Royal. I do know which 2 colorways I have because I bought the pairs. I should have a Hyper Royal and a Pine Green. Let's feel again for that. So there is a little bit of an hourglass shape there. The heel gets a little bit bigger at the top when the liner comes in. The liner on this pair feels decent. I'm feeling the check. I'm not going to come to any conclusions until I feel all of the pairs. We're going to go to the next one, sit that one down. Another Hyper Royal. Let's see. This check does not feel as buttery. I'm going to go to the bottom here. I'm going to go back to this one for a sec. A lot more indentation on the soles, a lot more detail on the soles on this pair on the left. Almost none here. Check isn't buttery. Let's do this. Yeah, this pair has more of that hourglass figure at the top. Oh, okay, big issue here. The liner in the body of the shoe, there's like a gap. It's like the inside of the liner was pulled so tight from the body that there's actually air in between. I think I've got my mind made up on these right here. I'm gonna keep them. All right, we've got 2 more. So these both should be Pine Greens. We got tumbled leather on the toe box here. Feel the stars too. I'm probably not gonna be good enough to feel around the Nike symbol on the bottom. Try and show you guys what I'm seeing. I don't know if I'm holding that up high enough or not. Yeah, I can't feel that with a blindfold on. Hourglass shape, that feels decent. Liner feels okay. Let's go to the next one. Straight to the hourglass, that's fresh in my mind. Feels pretty straight. Leather does not feel tumbled like at all. Oh, that's almost smooth. You might be able to hear my fingernail over that too. The stars, and it's not even the stars in the middle of the sole. The stars are up here, but down here in the middle, the texture is not as prevalent on this pair as it was on this pair. I think I've got my mind made up already. This was actually easier than I thought, at least I hope. So I'm gonna say we're gonna go authentic, fake, authentic, fake. I'm gonna try and put these in front of me, and I'm gonna double check one more time before I look like an idiot. My friend that set these up is probably laughing at me right now. Okay, yep, that's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say both of these pairs are real, and the 2 sitting in front of me are fake. I'm gonna take my blindfold off, and I hope that I'm right. I have my glasses on, so that does not help. Real? Real? We passed. Let's go. Everything that I talked about as I was going through the touch test, I would do even if I did have my eyes. I would still look. The only other things that I could look at were more detail of the texture and the materials. I could look at the stitching a little bit better if I had my eyes. Some of the details on the soles, I was trying to feel for that little R next to the Nike logo, and I couldn't really pinpoint it. They actually try way too hard, and you probably can't see that, but they try way too hard on the fake pair to make that R stand out. I don't know if they had problems with it in the past, like not showing up well enough or not having enough detail, and they tried to fix the problem, but they actually overcompensated. And the soles, man, the texture on the soles is just night and day. And these aren't like A grade fakes. You can see this pair now that I have them out and I can see them. The toe box is whack. Could have just been like how they shipped, and that looks a little bit better. But the perforation holes aren't even all the way punched out on this pair. You can see that now. Wow, it's so sloppy. Especially whenever you can actually see what you're looking at. Hourglass shape on the real pairs. This is huge. A lot of the fakes were bulky. These ones are kind of slim, but they don't have that hourglass shape that they should. You can see big difference there. Pretty uniform and straight on the fake pair, hourglass shape on the real pair. Alright, I'm gonna step out, I'm gonna have my friend mix these up, and then I'm gonna put the blindfold back on, and I'm gonna try and get straight into the smell test. Yes, you heard that correctly at the beginning of the video. I believe that I can authenticate a pair of Jordan 1s using just my smell. And fakes have gotten really good at learning the differences between their pairs and the authentic pairs. They know the unique smell that Jordan 1s have. Let's see how well they got it down. I'm a little bit nervous, I'm not gonna lie. Some of these fakes have gotten the smell factor down. And since I've already done the touch test, I really don't want to handle these a lot. I'm going to try and grab each pair just by the sole, and then I'm just going to stick my nose down in them and try and authenticate them based on smell. I'm hoping it's going to be first instinct. I'm going to know right away, but we will find out. I'm going to go left to right. I'm just going to touch it by the sole. Okay, again, just touching by the sole. Okay. I'm gonna sit this one forward a little bit for now. On to the next. I'm looking for that unique glue smell that Jordan 1s have. Gets tough as you start to smell multiple pairs, but you guys have heard me talk about this before. I'm telling you, I'm not crazy. Alright, this is going to be mostly based on first instinct. I'm going to go back through and double check. Once you start to smell things, it's like candles. Whenever you start to smell a lot of stuff, you get it kind of stuck in your nose. 2 forward and 2 back right now. I'm going to go through these again. I'll tell you what I'm thinking right now. I'm thinking right now that the 2 pairs that I've got nearest to me, which would be these 2, are the real ones. And then the 2 pairs that I've got closer to the camera are the fake ones. But as I'm going through double checking, both of them have a little bit of that smell. 2 of them are a little bit stronger. That smell in the Jordan 1s, especially whenever they're new, just hits you in the face. And neither of these releases are super new. They've been in the boxes for a while, but both of the pairs that I had were dead stock. But the fakes that I got just came in the mail. So I'm gonna stick to my guns. I'm gonna say, and I'm scared I'm gonna be wrong. I've claimed it before, I'm claiming it now. I can authenticate shoes by smelling them. Not any shoe, just Jordan 1s. And I'm gonna say that these pairs in my hand are real, and the pairs that are still sitting down are fake. Let's find out if I was right. Let's go! Let's go. Yo, I hit. Alright, so in this case, I was lucky enough that the scent on the ones that I had in my personal collection that were dead stock still had enough of that factory glue smell to be able to authenticate them. There were actually, I'm surprised, there were hints of that glue smell in the fakes also. And you guys are gonna think I'm crazy. This is all I do is huff shoes. It's stronger in the factory pairs, and it also has like a little bit of an after smell on the fake pairs. It's got like a sweeter smell. It's like they tried to mimic that factory glue smell and they just couldn't quite get it. You guys might think I'm crazy, but all you sneakerheads out there, take out your factory Jordan 1s and take a whiff of them. I promise you, if you get that smell implanted in your brain, anytime you come across a pair of Jordan 1s, that should be the last thing that you do whenever you try and authenticate them. Go through the process that we did with the touch test, the hourglass, the perforations, the stitching, the soles. Check every single detail, but make sure you follow it up with a big old whiff, because I'm telling you, that is going to make up your mind as to whether or not the shoes that you have in your hand are real or fake. That pretty much wraps it up. It is possible to authenticate shoes without even being able to see them. I did it with a blindfold on, by touch, by smell, and each of those individually, by just touch or just smell. I was able to authenticate some Jordan 1s. All you need is your hands and your nose, and you can authenticate shoes. You don't need legit checks. You don't need check, although those are good sources. So there you have it. It can be done. After watching this, you guys might think that I got lucky or there was some sort of method to the madness, but I'm telling you, do it for yourself. Get 2 fake pairs. I don't want you to waste the money on them, but get 2 pairs of fake Jordans and 2 pairs of real Jordans. They've got to be ones. Take a smell. You're going to notice the difference. Have a feel. You're going to notice the difference in the materials. I'm super familiar with Jordan 1s. I've owned hundreds of pairs of them. And I've gone through the same process, whether that be check, asking friends for legit checks. I still to this day ask for legit checks. I'm always going to use my resources, especially when I'm making big purchases. And these fakes that I used today were pretty low grade fakes, I would say, but it can be done. You can authenticate shoes using your senses without your eyes. So now the next problem that we face is that I've got 2 pairs of fake shoes in my hands. This channel is all about sneakers, not all about fake sneakers. So we need to find out what we're gonna do with those. I think I'm gonna drop a poll or something on IG. I will let you guys decide how I get rid of these fake shoes because I cannot keep them in my possession. So make sure you hop over to IG. The handle is the same at AllABSneakers. Let's determine these fake kicks' fate. We're getting close to that 500 sub giveaway, so make sure you hit that sub button, turn on those notos. And as always, do not forget, this is all about sneakers.